I'm on Blue 92.
Aggie Radio was created about 7 years ago. It was, I guess before then, the students had a radio station, and it was their radio station to play whatever music or talk they wanted to. And then that was taken away and actually given to Utah Public Radio. And it remained that way until some students about 9 years ago decided they wanted a student-run radio station, a way to get their own voice out there.
I actually first encountered Aggie Radio as a student here at Utah State University back in 2006-ish or so, 2008-ish, while I was here. And it was called Fusion HD3 back then. And I worked in student media with the Utah Statesman, and was just briefly kind of introduced from a few of my friends that worked.
Don't you have finals, Lars?
Someone has to slay all the dragons and save the somewhat racist townsfolk.
Wow! A dragon slayer?
Well, Aggie Radio's purpose is kind of twofold. The first one being to give the students a voice to entertain. The second fold would be to give students the opportunity to gain experience in the radio world, get internships, have some extracurricular experiences that add to their resume and help them find out what they want to do.
I think being in Aggie Radio helps students of all kinds, and it does it in a lot of different ways. For example, I am an exercise science major with a minor in chemistry, and I'm going to pharmacy school, so you wouldn't really expect someone like that to be involved with the radio, but it really has helped me a lot. It helped give me a good boost on my resume. It helped show that I was diversified.
Because of Aggie Radio, I was able to get the position I'm in currently, Arts and Lectures Director with the Student Events Office. And with those two things combined, it's just really improved, my skills in a lot of areas, taught me a lot of things that I wouldn't have learned in the classroom. And future employers have been looking at my resume because I'm about to graduate, and they're very impressed with the things that they saw that I did with Aggie Radio.
The way that I found out about Aggie Radio is that I typed in the TuneIn app because I listen to college radio stations from all around the world. And when I realized that I was going to go to school here for grad school, I typed in Utah State University on that, and I actually tried to find it. And that was how I first discovered it. And then I thought, yeah, I really want to get involved with this when I arrive in Utah. And I remember listening to it as I drove across the country from Florida to Utah.
I first came in contact with Aggie Radio through some roommates who had heard about DJing positions open, and they were super excited about being a DJ on the radio, and they kind of told me about it. I wasn't able to DJ with them the first semester that they did, but the second semester I kind of helped out. From then on, I don't know how, but I kind of became really involved in Aggie Radio. I became the music director, I took over some of the events, and then from there the assistant director, event coordinator.
We're expanding to be an FM station in Logan, Utah, so we'll have a low-power FM signal, which will make us available to people in the surrounding areas of Logan.
We were approved for an FM station about a year and a half ago. It kind of came as a surprise that we were granted the FM license, but when we were granted the license, I was ecstatic. It meant that we were legitimizing.
So going FM will help Aggie Radio tremendously. And for example, right now in Cache Valley, there's hardly any radio stations, or ones that aren't country anyway. And so there's not really much variety, and that'll give people a lot more variety.
Oh man, we've had to figure out what kind of cables we're going to use, what brands of equipment, transmitters, stereo generators, what brand of antenna for Pete's sake, how much wire we've had to give. I've had to get bids from different companies for the different pieces of equipment. I could keep going, but I think that's pretty sufficient.
we want everybody that's interested. So whatever it is, if you're really interested in music, but you're not sure if you feel confident in talking into a microphone, which a lot of people get kind of uptight about that or nervous about that, and you just want to do production or you want to do marketing, you want to spread the word, we have something for everybody at Aggie Radio. And everybody that wants to be involved is totally invited, and we're very open. You know, we're looking to incorporate anybody who wants to become involved.
I miss you so, and I'll miss you till I'm old.